This is another episode of the Righteous Rewatch. I am Righteous Reg of the Black Wrecellence podcast. Today, we are watching a match from a very infamous, we could probably say, pay-per-view that happened called the Heroes of Wrestling pay-per-view. Shit was wild, all kind of stuff. Every star that you like from the past, they got them together to have a pay-per-view. I've actually never watched the full show, only seen like the Botchamania clips. So today we're gonna watch a Black Wrecellence legend, one of the top two and maybe not two when we talking about black wrestlers, best of all time. Today we are gonna see the high-flying man himself, the G. His name is Cold Scorpio, and he flies the highest. You know him, you love him. I talked about Cold Scorpio in the very first episode of the Black Wrecellence podcast, way back when. Over a year ago, I talked about Cold Scorpio and Booker T in an episode. So tonight, today, tomorrow, whenever it is that you are watching this, we are going to watch Cold Scorpio in action against Julio Fantastico. I think it was Julio Dinero from ECW. Julio Dinero of ECW fame. We're going to watch a match with him and braided up Cold Scorpio. This guy is an actual pimp. Now, his gimmick is straight pimp. I had braids like that for a couple of weeks with fake horsehair in there, but actually didn't like it, took it out, let my real hair grow, and it was lit. Cold Scorpio, on the other hand, we've seen, he just kissed a white bitch in the crowd, blonde hair, whoa. He's looking like Booker T right now. If I just glance at the screen, glance away, I'm like, that's soon to be two-time Hall of Famer Booker T, but it ain't. It's the other top two, and maybe not two. Booker T is in the top two, maybe not two. Cold Scorpio, though, is about to face off with Julio Fantastico. This is Heroes of Wrestling. This is it.
Hi.
So yeah, I talked about Cold Scorpio in the first episode of the Black Wrecellence podcast. Talked about his career in WCW, how he was doing the 450 splash before anybody I had ever seen for years. Not until probably seeing like John Cronus in ECW that I see another person do the 450 splash. But Cold Scorpio was doing this shit in the early 90s when I didn't have access to somebody probably doing it in Japan or Mexico. All I saw was what was on WCW. Here comes Captain Lou, Dutchman Tales out there doing commentary. This one is going down. You're not going to hear Captain Lou. You're going to hear Captain Righteous. Better than ever. So I talked about Cold Scorpio's career in WCW, how he did the 450 splash. He was doing corkscrew leg drops, all kinds of wild shit. The man was huge. The man was awesome. Talked about his career in ECW. And, of course, when he transitioned to WWF to become Flash Funk and the debacle that was. He still was having awesome matches and is an amazing man. This is like in 99, a little bit after Flash Funk was over, after the Job Squad and all that shit. Talked about all that in episode 1, so go check that out. Subscribe to the Black Wrecellence podcast. We are now getting into gear with Cold Scorpio and Julio Fantastico. This is already a technical contest going on.
You know what I'm saying?
The match so far looks good. I don't know about the rest of the show, but this is fine for me. I'm enjoying this. This is good. They're locking it up so far. You know you can count on Cold Scorpio for a great match anyhow, so I wouldn't expect any less. That's the word. Cold Scorpio, he's tied up right now. Julio Fantastico trying to get the upper hand in a hammerlock. Julio's gonna try to take him over. Big takeover. I'm sure this pay-per-view so far has not seen action like this, because I saw, fast forwarding to this match, the caliber of talent that they had, and all of them were chubby guys. So I know that this is probably the first high-flying, high-impact match that they've had, And Cold Scorpio is always going to give you that. He is still to this day, still to this day, doing what he does, locking it up with young talent and being amazing. So, you know, scope out some Cold Scorpio. Go see him. Oh, what a backflip. Look at him, spot foo. Oh, and a drop kick, a big drop kick to Julio Fantastico, and an arm drag, taking him down, taking him to town, as they say. Yeah, Cold Scorpio still tearing it up on the indie scene right now, showing them young bucks what's up. But yeah, Cold Scorpio right now got the upper hand on Julio Fantastico, showing what it's like to be a vet. The crowd is very into Cold Scorpio. They remember him from TV. You know, you can't forget. Never forget, if you watched wrestling in the 90s, then you know Cold Scorpio. Julio Fantastico flips out of a snapmare. Beautiful. Lands on his feet. Looking good, man. They picked a great opponent for Cold Scorpio, because I don't know if any of these other legends would be able to have that fast-paced, high-flying, high-impact match that Cold Scorpio wants to have. But, you know, it is what it is. Julio Fantastico with a giant off-the-ropes bounces. He is just showing Flash Funk, a.k.a. Cold Scorpio, up, hitting them with some stripper moves, man. Cold is looking like my aunt. I'm telling you, man. Did my Aunt Gail do his hair? I'm telling you, she did.
Now you see
Same way she did mine. Or was it Z? I don't know. We don't know. This has been a match that's slow to start. They're trying to build to the crowd. The crowd is sitting on their hands. They've already seen some wild shit. Maybe I'll do the whole pay-per-view one day and laugh my ass off. Julio Fantastico. Oh, Cold Scorpio with the kick. Catches him with another drop kick. That's the second drop kick into an arm drag that we've seen today. Oh, a spin kick. In control right now, we have Cold Scorpio. Julio Fantastico is out on the floor. Cold Scorpio is showing him what it is to be in the ring with the vet. WCW, ECW, WWF. He done it all. He's won championships in all tag team championships.
And when it's all said and done,
all the things that you want. He's been the best tag partner. He's teamed up with Baruch. He's teamed up with Ron Simmons. He's teamed up with everybody. Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
Check it out.
He's had some wild times. The Job Squad, Al Snow, Terry Funk.
It's all said and done. Everybody
just seek out the career. This guy is an amazing talent and has had some amazing matches, some of the best technical, some of the best high-flying matches you ever see. And right now, he's showing Julio Fantastico what it's like to be a nigga in the Heroes of Wrestling Fed. Tried to catch him with a super kick. Julio Fantastico tosses him over. He lands on the apron, knocks Cold Scorpio off the apron, catches him with the drop kick off the middle rope. Beautiful Chris Jericho style. Flash Funk, a.k.a. Cold Scorpio's on the ropes. Julio Fantastico flips on top of him, back up, skins the cat. He just shitted on him pretty much. Here he comes. Oh, yes, with the big running dive. Julio Fantastico is on fire. A young man showing Cold Scorpio what it's like.
Y'all missed this one.
To go toe-to-toe with a young buck, new to the game. 99, had only been in for a few years, I'm sure. Went through the ranks of ECW as a lower card guy. Now he's getting a high-profile match right here with Cold Scorpio, who just body dropped Julio Fantastico into the crowd.
Is in the house. Check it out. I'm tired.
He followed him into the crowd.
On the prowl.
We see a young Jersey, Steve Young, from the 49ers.
Hi, what's up?
Right in the camera. The cameraman doesn't know what to do, so it's a little too dark in the crowd for what's going on now. Can't see shit. Just the back of fans' heads. That's all we see. Somebody's turned some lights on. Looks like ECW right here at this point. Same cameraman, probably. Oh, they shoot to a live young Sheamus in the crowd. It's perfect. They are brawling in the crowd, I think, or Julio's fighting with the fan. Nope, there's Cold Scorpio. Those bouncing dookie braids. It is lit. Tosses Julio Fantastico over the top of the guardrail, back into the ring. The action is back. Cold Scorpio's right on Julio's heels, baby. Who is the heel? Right to the groin, man. A back kick. Did the referee see that? I guess he was getting in the ring. His view was skewed at that point. Julio Fantastico cradles Too Cold up, dumps him over the top with the bridge. Beautiful move. Beautiful suplex. Julio Fantastico's taking over right now. He capitalized by going into the crowd, throwing Too Cold off his game. Hits him with the rolling elbow. 1, 2, it's only 2, and that's it. Top 2, just like your boy, Too Cold Scorpio. This has been an interesting mix of match. There's Julio Fantastico. That's his second kick. They're back-to-back with drop kicks. Seeing who has the drop kick of the show, drop kick of the match. Clotheslines Too Cold Scorpio over. Man, Julio is really dominating Too Cold Scorpio today. He just fell in a thing of popcorn, man. That's embarrassing. Don't get butter all in them dookie braids, man. I mean, I guess the extra oil will probably help, but it's going to hurt. Niggas have that natural oil, natural juices and berries in their head. Oh, there you go. A veteran instinct move. Threw Julio off his game. In the ring, out the ring, in the ring, out the ring. Back and forth on the apron. Too Cold Scorpio in the ring with the big splash. Vintage Too Cold Scorpio, as they say. This match is, of course, a part of a pay-per-view, Heroes of Wrestling. There's a classic Jake Roberts promo in this. It started off with R.I.P. just passed away a couple weeks ago. King Kong Bundy. The Headhunters, I think, are on this show, maybe, or Abdul the Butcher. There's some more Black Excellence in this show, Black Wrecellence, to talk about. Too Cold Scorpio is down on the road. Julio just used the ref. Oh, hits a big one-handed bulldog off the second rope. Julio just tossed the referee, who corpsed into the ropes to throw Too Cold Scorpio off of his game. This match has been a little slow, but I'm sure for the matches that they have seen, it's been a little bit fast. Too Cold Scorpio is now trying to get the crowd back into him. Julio tosses him off the ropes. Too Cold ducks into a Trouble in Paradise. Eat your heart out again, Kofi Kingston. The originator, none greater. Drop that. Here we have Too Cold Scorpio. That was a beautiful Trouble in Paradise. Now he's going to do what he does best. Go up to them ropes, hits a somersault leg drop with ease, baby. And there's another 49ers jersey. This time, the wide receiving legend, Jerry Rice. Too Cold's on fire now. Just hit a corkscrew leg drop, landed on Julio De Niro's head. 1, 2, 3. That is the end of the match. Your winner, big black nigga with the dookie braids, looking buff as fuck. Too Cold Scorpio, Black Wrecellence legend. That was a devastating finish to the match. Too Cold Scorpio came off with a vintage Too Cold Scorpio spot, that corkscrew leg drop. It goes bad for a lot of people because he loses sight of what's going on as soon as he hits that corkscrew. So wherever you are in the ring, you could be underneath a bad part of Too Cold Scorpio, and that could be the end of you. Just like this match was. We have a replay here. Julio tries to hit Scorpio, but Scorpio comes back with the big right, out of the ring from the apron, inside with the splash. Vintage. You can see that in multiple Too Cold Scorpio matches. Here on the second rope, with the greatest of ease, the somersault leg drop. 100%. The Harlem Hangover is an easy one. Then he goes up to the top to finishes him. Corkscrew into a leg drop. Lands on Julio Fantastico's face. Definitely lands it. Does not miss. Definitely hits all 100% of that. Great match. Great showing by the name of Too Cold Scorpio, Black Wrecellence legend. Catch him in episode 1. Catch more episodes of the Black Wrecellence podcast. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for being here. This has been the Righteous Rewatch. Peace.